Now, traditionally, when athletes pass the high mountains, they leave behind the biggest battles. But the path to pay is paved with problems. Let's see how they get on.
It's day 6 of the Red Bull X-Alps, and French athlete Maxime Pinault has decided to pull a night pass to close the gap on Maurer.
It will be difficult in the air tomorrow, so just maybe a few hours and then sleep.
This is the first of 2 night passes he can use in the race, after jointly winning the race prologue. Korean athlete Ji Kyung-ha has been fighting different problems. The physical deterioration of his feet.
Shit. This is really extreme, the game, and the human, the limited challenge.
Despite the risk of infection, he's braving it out for now and opts to continue. After some fabulous flying days, the weather's no longer looking so good. Maurer sets the pace up front, and it looks like he's just as dangerous on the ground as he is in the air. Then comes French athlete Maxime Pinault, closing the gap. He's followed by Austrian Gushelbauer, battling for 3rd place. Hot on his heels is Italy's Aron Duragatti. The race is heating up at the front. Athletes try to make some distance in the air, but all they can do is hike up and glide back down. Gushelbauer is the first athlete on day 6 to Titlis, the highest turn point and the halfway mark of the race. He's chased by Duragatti, who's looking strong and determined. Benoit Hueters, meanwhile, is not far behind, gaining ground.
Yes! Take something, bring something, and after I want to take off and go to the turn point of failure.
It's an emotional moment for Gaspard Petiot.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Titlis. It's been a great day for Gushelbauer, who not only manages to pass the next turn point of the Eiger, he also extends his lead over Duragatti. Swiss athlete Patrick von Kernel is having a blinder of a race and moves into 4th position. He, Duragatti and Hueters all approach the famous Eiger. There's one athlete who loves this kind of terrain, race legend Toma Cocanea. The Romanian running man has competed in every edition of the Red Bull X-Alps and is known for his ability to cover enormous distances on the ground. He's hoping to reach Titlis tomorrow.
Nice race. Everything okay.
Day 7 of the Red Bull X-Alps 2019 is about to start, and the weather has become increasingly the key player in this race. Rain and the lack of thermals keep athletes on the ground. Now it's all about tactics and finding the right moment to get in the air.
I don't know, I think it's even more raining today, probably. So I'm just gonna walk in the valley now and then I will see.
As the sun rises, 3rd place Paul Gushelbauer continues to chase French rookie Maxime Pinault, who sits in 2nd. Further back, Aron Duragatti in 4th place is feeling the pressure from the youngest competitor in the field, 24-year-old Patrick von Kernel from Switzerland. And there is another athlete charging in from the south, 2017 2nd place finisher Benoit Hueters. He chose a different route than the rest of the field, which turns out to be a smart move. Both he and von Kernel managed to pass Duragatti, which moves him back into 6th place. Meanwhile, the main field reaches Titlis, including a very happy Tom de Dorlado in 8th place.
Yeah, I really feel great. I didn't sleep much all those nights, but I feel very strong and really motivated to keep pushing. I can see a possibility to get to Monaco in quite a good position, so Now I have to try to catch up with the French. Gaspard is a good friend and a great pilot, so I think we'll try to team up and fly together.
Close behind him is German rookie Marcus Anders, who amazingly has only been paragliding for 4 years.
Es ist hart, in 2 Tagen 9.000 Höhenmeter.
It's hard to do 9,000 meters in height in just 2 days, but it is what it is. But of course, it's not easy.
Es ist natürlich nicht.
Particularly if you have someone like Maurer in front, setting the pace. At the other end of the race, Maurer shows no weakness. He climbs early, keen to take advantage of promising conditions. Monaco is in his sights. Behind him, the challenger Maxime Pinault is fighting, but the pain and suffering is written on his face as he tries to reach turn point 10, Saint-Hilaire.
This morning I feel quite tired, so I will probably wait for the conditions to kick off, and then at the moment I will rest a bit, I think.
Young Swiss athlete Patrick von Kernel is having a great race and looking to stay in the top 5. But he needs to keep up with the hiking if he wants to catch Paul Gushelbauer.
Until now was really hard, so now I'm looking really forward to fly in a thermal and go forward, direction to Saint-Hilaire.
Race leader Kriegel the Eagle is up and away, passing turn point 11 Monteviso. He is on track for a 6th consecutive victory if he can hold his course. After a short rest, Pinault reaches Saint-Hilaire, passing the turn point in the air. He's got away, leaving Paul Gushelbauer struggling in heavy air behind. Second place is looking secure, but his hopes of catching Maurer are fading fast. Paul Gushelbauer fights to make the leap across a valley, but can't get the height he wants, losing valuable time. He now needs to watch his back as Benoit Hueters gains on him. The battle for 2nd and 3rd place is heating up. Day 9 of the Red Bull X-Alps, and it's all about the tactics and good planning now for Team Gushelbauer. Every decision has to be the right one to get across the important divide of the Écran Mountains between Saint-Hilaire and Monteviso. He's still in 3rd place, but his position is far from secure. Not with French athlete Benoit Hueters breathing down his neck. And it's Benoit who knows this area better. Maxime Pinault's 2nd place looks almost secure, but with 200 kilometers still to Monaco, there's a long way to go yet.
At the moment I'm focusing on my flight and just also have a look on Paul and Benoit behind. We don't know, maybe they can catch a bit today, but looks the gap also is quite big, so I would just focus on my flight and do the best.
He has had an incredible debut at the Red Bull X-Alps. The gap between him and Maurer at the front is now too wide to bridge, but he has a good chance of making Monaco in 2nd place. On another difficult day, he manages to pass turn point 11 Monteviso. Next stop, Cheval Blanc, 80 kilometers to the south. Aaron Durigatti has fallen behind Gushelbauer and Hueters. Today, the Italian athlete is focused on trying to pass Saint-Hilaire, and he's not the only one. A chaser pack, separated by less than 20 kilometers, is also battling to the turn point. One of them is the young Swiss athlete Patrick von Kernel. Leading the pack is 34-year-old Tom de Dorlado, competing for the 7th time in the race.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm happy with what I did. I'm in front of the pack. There's a group of wolves behind me, so I have to keep going. And but the good news is I'll be on time to take off before the time limit in Saint-Hilaire to be able to cross the valley.
Maurer starts the day poised to make Monaco. Flying conditions look promising, but not that promising. An easterly wind is blowing and conditions are stable, meaning the warm pockets of air needed to generate lift are not there. Realizing he might not be able to fly all the way to Monaco, he pulls a night pass. He might have to hike his way in, and it could be a long night. Monaco is in sight for one athlete of the Red Bull X-Alps, the 5-time champion Maurer. A 6th consecutive victory is now almost guaranteed for the 36-year-old legend of the race. Once again, he has demonstrated not only incredible endurance in the mountains, but an unbelievable ability to fly when others cannot. Such is his flying prowess that others have claimed he has a direct line to the angels. Despite the warm weather, flying to pay is impossible today, the 10th day of the Red Bull X-Alps, and so Maurer must hike the final kilometres. Maurer approaches the final turn point of the 2019 Red Bull X-Alps, arm in the air to cheering supporters. He has done it again, winning the race for a record 6th time.
8,5 Stunden.
There is only one thing he needs to do now to complete the epic journey from Salzburg, and that's fly to the sea off Monaco. He launches in the evening. Maurer first won the Red Bull X-Alps in 2009. This has been a remarkable 10-year journey for the man called Kriegel the Eagle. Once again, he was able to break away from the pack, and his dominance was never seriously challenged. It's been an unbelievable performance. To get this far, he has hiked over 400 kilometers and flown over 1,500.
Now finally here, arriving at the Mediterranean Sea, it's a great feeling again and again, because after these 10 hard days racing with good and also bad moments or difficult moments, finally I'm here and finished the race. It's unbelievable.
Maurer is first across the line, but who will be next to make Monaco? The battle for second and third goes on. It's Maxime Pinot who arrives in Monaco in second place, 18 hours after Maurer.
So nice to see the sea after all the journey to get here.
He heads straight for the water to cool off. In a touching moment that captures the adventure spirit of the race, Paul Gushelbauer and Benoit Hutter cross the line together to claim joint third place. And during the night, 5 more athletes arrive, emotionally exhausted, but utterly elated.
The Red Bull X-Alps has been an incredible adventure, athletes have hiked hundreds of kilometres and flown through some of the most spectacular scenery of the Alps. They've hiked through snow, rain and experienced an extreme heat wave. It's been quite the adventure, and it will return in 2021.
Athletes try to make some distance in the air, but all they can do is hike up and glide back down.